Simon & Schuster Audio presents Relatable. How to connect with anyone, anywhere, even if it scares you. By Rachel DeAlto. Read by the author.
Introduction. When I was 11, while the other kids at school would play with their buddies on the playground, I was popping the heads off dandelions. By myself. I didn't have friends at school. Not a single one. Why? Well, I was an overweight know-it-all. My hand perpetually raised in the air, ready to answer every question posed by the teacher. Sadly, those calisthenics failed to result in my arm or body thinning out. By 5th grade, I was eating lunch with my teacher and avoiding recess altogether. Then, the following year, a miracle occurred. Cue the arrival of Caitlin, the transfer student. She was clueless as to how ostracized I was at our school, and I was willfully ignorant of how odd she was. I didn't care. She was a potential friend, and that's all I needed to know. Soon after meeting Caitlin and convincing her to like me, I was invited to her house for a sleepover. For a 12-year-old loner, this was epic. I arrived promptly at 6 p.m. on her doorstep, accompanied by my caboodle filled with 10 shades of blue eyeshadow to add to the sleepover fun. She answered her door, cradling her giant, hairy cat, Blueberry. My heart sank to my feet, yet I plastered a smile on my face. I refused to let her know I was deathly allergic to cats. Unfortunately for me, Caitlin truly adored Blueberry and was insistent that I love him too. Moments later, we were hanging out in our room, Warren's Cherry Pie playing, and my eyeshadows ready for application. Caitlin had other plans, though. Her cat and I must bond. As anyone allergic to animals knows, said furballs are always drawn to the person least able to give them affection. Promptly, Blueberry jumped up into my lap, and by some miracle, I was still able to breathe. A win for the moment. Yet our cuddling was not enough. Blueberry thought it necessary to increase our connection, proceeding to mercilessly lick my face. I said nothing to Caitlin or my new paramour, believing my willpower would defeat my biology. It turns out that biology is challenging to overcome. Within 10 minutes, the hives pulsating on my face gave me the look of a swamp thing. Within 11 minutes, my parents were called and I was whisked away, defeated, devastated, and headed for a heavy dose of Benadryl and a shower.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?